Yeah, right?
Yeah. They're on this one. Yeah, they're on this one.
Yeah, I want to put these motherfuckers in order, though.
2 hours later.
It's these three. Yeah, these three look like they belong, right?
Yeah. No, isn't Chestnut in Sun?
Is this not Sun here?
Much later.
Well, in light of Pokemon's being 25, I wanted to do a tier list of all the main mons before we jump into Arceus, which is just 3 of the main mons that we already have, but that's okay because they're all adorable in their own way.
I think we go, like right in order as you have it already.
I'm making a new tier. We'll start at Charmander, then we'll go to this one, then we'll go to Squirtle, then we'll go to the Sobble, then we'll go to Bulbasaur, then we'll go to this one.
Back and forth.
We'll go a little back and forth. Charmander is clearly a favorite amongst the Pokemon company, seeing as Charizard has so many goddamn evolutions and forms.
I mean, I guess for me, first category for me would be like when they were introduced. I guess he was fucking definitely the only one that I ever picked.
I think that was like everyone was a big Charmander. I went Charmander too a lot.
I think even in first gen though, it's just like he was so fast and like speed was just like so important overall for the viability in that game that late game he was just the best choice of the 3.
But early game, really in that game, you would probably benefit from throwing Squirtle, no?
Yeah, Squirtle would be good early game, yeah.
I love Bulbasaur so much though.
Bulbasaur's pretty good. Like, they were all pretty balanced. I just mean, because first gen's so like clumsy, in so many ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Yeah. Like, that's why like speed just becomes so important, man, because like crits basically just scale off of how much faster you are.
And he's
like,
the fastest.
Yeah, like I remember my first playthrough, I had a Charizard with Slash, and I literally beat the whole game with it. Like I barely used like fire moves unless it was super effective. Like I would just use Slash on everything else, man, and I would just crit everything, and everything would die.
And that's how you want it to be.
Like everything would crit every single time I used Slash.
It's a normal move.
That's how first gen was.
So in regards to him in first gen, I'd say he's... Oh, what happened to my S tier? I'd say he's like he's definitely in the A or the S tier for in that journal for itself.
They kind of power crept him too, like he's kind of gotten like so many good buffs over the years.
Yeah, they love him.
Z moves and the fucking megas and blah,
they
blah,
love
blah,
him so
right?
much.
Like upper tier in X and Y, I would say his mega.
I think it sounds like we could round Charmander off to like a B.
Nah, I want
like an A.
I like Charmander.
Okay, I'd give him an A.
Overall,
I personally wouldn't go any higher. Like I don't think he's like S tier god by any means.
I could agree with an A then, yeah.
A for our boy, homie Charizard.
Let's
keep going in the first gen. Now that we were already talking about it, like fuck.
Yeah, let's just go first gen, yeah.
Because like Squirtle is like you're saying, all of the picks are good. They're all good for first gen picks.
Like I think if Charmander's an A, I literally just want to put Squirtle as an A.
I think it's I can almost agree with you because it's just like one of the best probably one of the better water types, one of the best tanks. Like once you get out there, great starter in that generation. Slow as fuck, but like that's why he's a tank.
And he got a cool Gigantamax form.
Yeah. So he's totally viable in that respect. And he's Squirtle. Put some sunglasses on the motherfucker, you could put him into god tier mode. Oh my god.
Yeah, always been a cool mon too.
Yeah, like, easily A. That's an easy A tier.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one is iffy. This one's hard for me because I really like Bulbasaur.
I think this one is probably the most.
There are gonna be a couple in here that are gonna be like, yeah, there are gonna be some controversial, like picks or workarounds, I'd say. Like the classic that absolutely everyone and their brother would bring up would be the Chikorita, but we'll get there in a second.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I think in terms of like all the other arguments, he's like a B compared to the first two, probably.
I think so too. I just see that's where I get stuck because I personally just love Bulbasaur. I love Venusaur. Once I got older, I would always run Venusaur. I remember this one time I had this Venusaur. I don't know how I got this thing, but it was really fast. It was like a super fucking fast Venusaur. And it was just like, after that, I realized like that you could, man, I just realized that you could have these mons. They existed. You could run these like big bulky mons that could just somehow be fast, and you to run that leech seed, have a sunny day going, just fucking fire off hyper beams and stuff, solar beams, whatever.
Yeah,
I gotta give him an A. I have to.
Well, I think he's an A. I think another reason he's an A is
so
because
cute.
Of all the grass starters, I actually think Venusaur is like probably one of the best grass starters. Like,
I agree
even
too.
Of all the gens, like,
well,
grass,
yeah.
As a typing kind of sucks, but Venusaur is probably one of the best grass type Pokemon. Actually, like, period. Like, there's not a lot of good grass types, I guess.
I agree with that. I can definitely agree with that statement. Because when I think of grass types in general, another one that would stick out would literally be Sceptile, and that's another starter. I can't think of too many like grass, like Leafeon.
I love a good grass poison. Like,
hell yeah, my guy. Cyndaquil. These ones are hard for me because they are when we were younger, so it's like hard to not have some sort of attachment to them.
Cyndaquil was super cool in Gen 2.
I always thought Cyndaquil was a really cool fire type in general.
I think pretty much everything after that, he's not as cool.
Yeah, you can't, like, can you even run a Cyndaquil?
Because he doesn't really come back to the game until 3D, and then he's,
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. He completely disappears.
And then, like, stat-wise and
doesn't have really good
stats. He was always just kind of a not as viable Charizard.
And even he has a Mega, right? Or Gigamax, like, or something.
Never given him any love.
Was that just the Delta thing?
Yeah, like that.
True. So yeah, they really didn't give him any love at all. Hopefully he gets some with the new addition there. But
he's even like a C or something.
I'd probably throw him into C tier. Honestly, like I couldn't, because I'm looking and I can see mons that I could personally put lower and that I could put higher, and I think I'm comfortable throwing him in C.
Yeah, like I was gonna say B, but then I was like,
yeah, B might be too high actually.
C seems more like middle, like more mediocre. Just
yeah.
Like, he was really cool at a point, but I don't think it's like held up as much. Like, that's another thing about the first 3 starters is like they're all still pretty cool,
They hold up still.
Yeah, like people always run them, even like in all the other gens and whatever. Like, yeah. Anyways.
For Totodile. So for me, like I gotta put Totodile in like S tier, debatably God tier. I love my Feraligatr, you know that. I don't think I'd put him in God tier because God tier is reserved for a literal. I think it's reserved for one Pokemon and one Pokemon only. And I think deep down we debatably might even know what that Pokemon is, and I don't think it's Feraligatr. Totodile, I mean.
But I don't even know what God tier would be, to be honest.
I don't know either. The more I look at it, the more I think I don't know if there is one, but that's why it's there, my guy, to question if there is a God or not. But
Totodile for me is like the most memorable from Gen 2 overall.
Easily the most most memorable for Gen 2 for me. Like I really enjoyed Gen 2. I always enjoyed all of the mons that came out of it, but none like this motherfucker, man. And that sprite, his first sprite, like just so cheerful, so funny. Just always wanted to like just look at him. He looks like he's a dummy.
And then he became a fucking monster beast.
Personally, not a fan of Croconon or whatever it is.
The middle one,
yeah. But
honestly, all the middle ones in Gen 2 kind of suck.
I almost wish we had the middle ones now, but at the same time, that's just too much to deal with. Yeah. And yeah, Feraligatr, just I really like his evolution chain. It makes so much sense. Even though the middle one, that it's an egg, like I feel like you're going backwards a bit. But I want to put him in S tier or on the high scale of A tier. I should put this A tier in an order, even though I think it is in order.
I think he's S tier.
I'm gonna put him in it, okay. Because I was gonna say either S tier or high A tier for B, but that's also a personal.
I think he just stands so far like above the other Gen 2 starters. You know what I mean?
Like very
like
easily.
In that context alone, I think he gets a lot of points, and also he was always kind of viable because he had like even in Gen 2 he had like probably the best learn sex. He could learn like fucking Thunder Fang and Ice Fang and like
man, maybe I don't know if I'm just like have this weird boomer mentality, but he just stands out for water type starters for me.
I think this is like definitely more of a nostalgia pick because he's not good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's why I was
I don't even think he's better than Squirtle, to be honest. Like I think they're.
I don't think viable wise. I don't think viable wise he is.
By like viability, but I do think he scores more points for being like the standout starter from that gen to me. Because like that's why first gen is all in the same tier. Because like they're all fucking memorable in a way. You know?
Yeah, they all have they're all the equivalent of nostalgia. Where second gen is just fucking Totodile. Decently Chikorita, I guess. But Chikorita, like, I don't think I've ever run. I think I've maybe ran Chikorita once.
It's so funny, man, because like the first time I ever played Chikorita or played Gen 2, I played Chikorita.
It was
so
interesting.
I remember it was so hard, man. Oh man, Meganium, especially just like the mechanics back then too. Like it was so hard, man. It was shit. Especially because like I was a kid and that was like the only Pokemon I used basically in every fight was like, hard
because you have this fucking Meganium. Like Meganium is cool, I guess.
No, I think that's like probably the easiest F tier.
Oh, you're just going straight for it? I was like gonna be even more gentle. I know that there's always this big like with Pokemon people, everyone always goes on this train about Chikorita, but then it's like, yeah, but is Chikorita actually bad, or are you just saying that because everyone else is? It's like, no, I don't know. Like I just when you compare him to all the other grass and all the other starters in general, like yeah, kinda, he kind of is shit. Like.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's a bad Pokemon. And grass, I think it also suffers the grass curse. Grass types kind of suck.
Torchic! Alright, so Torchic. Well, we all know Blaziken's fucking insane. I think all of the Gen 3s are pretty good in... I'm trying to think more about Gen 3.
I think B.
Interesting that Torchic would be a B, though, I would have to say, just considering our A tier right now.
Well, I just think, fire types in general, you know? It's kind of a B. So many cool fire types, man. And then like not only that, but it immediately gets replaced by Chimchar like the next gen. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, you actually said that one time before, and I was like, that's a good point.
The exact same typing. Yeah, so I don't know. For me, it's like a B.
It's a good point. I do too. Oh, I think B is fitting. B for Blaziken.
Yeah, I think B's like not even a bad tier, you know. I just think it's a B. Like it could be an A, I guess, but it's a B. Spoiler alert: I think Chimchar's an A, so that's kind of why. I think
B's a good spot.
Made a lot of mons viable though. You know what I mean? But Mudkip
though, whew, like I love that. We all love Mud. You know I love me my Mudkips. We all love Mudkips. Gen 3 is just a hard gen because I think that they're all I think high tiers.
Bro, I think okay.
I debatably think Mudkip could be the god tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
that is
god tier, man.
And that is what I actually was thinking when I first originally said. I think we both know who it is because I actually think it's Mudkip.
Best ground water type, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they've released another one that's better than Mudkip. And he got an amazing fucking mega. I think he's honestly a god.
Yeah, man, like I can't even argue. Like I think out of all of the starters, just thinking of third gen, I would run a Mudkip every time.
So good, man.
And you just plow through so much with it, and it's just one of those mons where it's like super small thing. You're like, oh, electric Pokemon, right? Like how much trouble did I have with electric Pokemon in my Mon 3 run because I ran fucking Blaziken.
If this list says anything, water types are the best Pokemon. Fire types are mid tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say if this list, and like grass is good. Grass is definitely gonna be everywhere, especially because Sceptile. Like I'm not sure because I think he's in the A tier. I don't know where though. But you could also say some shit that could convince me to put him somewhere else. But I think he's in the A tier.
No, I think he's like I think he would probably be A tier, just like same as Bulbasaur for me.
His mega's really good.
He's definitely the second best like grass Pokemon I can think of. Definitely for starters.
He's so good, man.
I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I can't think of much else. Like
honestly, I can't either.
Like he has good stats compared to a lot of other grass types. Like he's actually fast, which is like really fucking rare for grass types.
Yeah, they do normally give them the bulkier size. Or Snivy kind of jumps up too, but all right, 4th gen. We're in our remakes now. I think Chimchar has to be an A, and I'm gonna put him up on the top side of A. That's how I'm gonna do. Because that's because he's just like it's not even
just a better Blaziken. I kind of liked his look a little bit better. His little monkey, you know, he's cute, and then turned into a big monkey.
It's hard with the similar typings. Like that's why like in the next gen Tepig or whatever, I would whatever. He's just so dumb. Okay, anyways, I think just easily Chimchar's A tier there.
No, I want to hear what you guys say about Piplup.
Piplup, personally, like when I would play this game, I ran Piplup a lot. I think his steel typing is really good. I think it can complement the water typing really well. I always thought that was like a cool typing.
Of all the water types, I think I'd like Empoleon like one of the least actually. Like Milotic and Gyarados and Kingler and like Walreins and like Wailords and like all this kind of shit. And then there's like a penguin. He becomes like an emperor penguin. It's alright. Like I honestly think he's probably a D. I don't think he's cooler than Cyndaquil.
Okay, so actually just from saying that, I actually can comfortably put Piplup in the D tier. Just because
I don't know why, man. I just like because like, I liked him too in the gen, but I never think I thought of him after that, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm cool with that because definitely not better than Chikorita. Turtwig! Turtwig's an animal.
I like turtles.
Okay, I don't know. I'm really on the fence because now I'm looking at the rest of the list and comparing from the rest of the list. Like, I think maybe B or A. I think it might be a lazy throw to be in the A tier at this moment. I feel I'm torn between a couple tiers.
Yeah, like I really like Turtwig, but then at the same time, like I don't know,
I don't think I'd run him.
Pokemon or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I'd really run like out of my options.
Is a B.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm really confused on this one.
For me, I'm either like I like him more than Bulbasaur or I don't. I think I do, to be honest. I like Turtwig a lot because he's a turtle. I think he has a lot of I don't know. He's a cool typing too, though. Like I don't know how many other grass ground types there are. Not many.
See, I do like him as well for this reason, and I think he's pretty cute. And I like Torterra.
I don't think he's an A tier, but I think he's an S tier.
Yeah. See. I don't know either. Because I'm like, I can put him in B tier, but I could also literally put him in S tier. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think we're split on this because I think for me, if like there was a Pokemon game that was like here's 3 starters and it's like Bulbasaur, Trico, and Turtwig, I actually think I'd go Turtwig most of the time. So for me he's S, and for you he's B. So he would be an A, but I guess he could be an A.
I do feel like I could put him in an S tier, but then when I compare him to who I have in A tier, I am torn.
I think he should be an A because I think we're being biased because A is large. So we're like, we don't want to put him in A, but I think like from our agreements that he is an A, you know what I mean?
I'm going to put him in A and I'm going to put him above Trico, right behind Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Tepig could be like a D.
Yeah, honestly, I could easily throw him. I don't know about F. Well,
probably D.
I could probably throw him in F. I don't give a fuck about this Pokemon at all. I'll put him in D tier. It's actually I feel like it's kind of a wasted design. They should have just made this a random Pokemon in the wild. Just not the starter Pokemon. Like the firefighting, like they're so wasted for a 3rd gen in a row, you know?
Yeah, not cooler than well, probably better than Cyndaquil, yeah, but not cooler.
I think better than Cyndaquil, but definitely not fucking cooler. And I would literally put him behind the fucking Piplup too. Oshawtt's cool though. I think Oshawtt's like the cooler one in this gen.
Oshawott? I think Oshawott.
Does he become Steel?
I honestly didn't really like the final evolution,
Samurott or whatever,
especially because it goes like Oshawott and then this like other cute
an otter and then it's like a literal unicorn,
massive like unicorn monster, and it's just like
what the fuck happened here?
To me, just like one of the more like regular designs, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yo, I don't think
think
he's
he's
cooler
a
than
C.
Cyndaquil. I don't know.
Behind Cyndaquil, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Because that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't know about D tier, but I don't think he's cooler than Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is a good base for us right now. We're like...
Also, like, I think Sun and Moon water type is just, like, similar to that, but cooler. Snivy, I'll be honest with you.
I like
Snivy's one of
Snivy.
my favorite, like, later gen Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. Snivy is probably... Honestly, I'd have... Out of the rest right now is probably my favorite. I liked the design. He had a decent move set. I think he's just straight grass type.
Yeah, like I think he's a B tier, if anything. Like I think he's definitely cooler than the other gens, ones in that gen, and probably cooler than I think he's cooler than Cyndaquil.
I can put him up there. I can put him in B. I'm gonna put him behind Torchic, but
pretty viable mon. Good hidden ability. Fennekin.
Never really cared for him, but
man, honestly, dude, I think it's an F. I think it's my least favorite and like maybe one of like the most universally like least picked fire type starters.
I am very glad you said that, because I just thought I was the only one who thought that. Genuinely not a fan.
Didn't really do it for me. Brokey is fucking cool.
So does Froakie turn into
Brokey and Frogdeer and Greninja? Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So that's where the whole thing shifts right there. Is because Greninja is we all know Greninja's a mad game changer.
Not even just that, but like I think Frokie's cool too. Like I think his evolution chain is really good.
Oh yeah, I like his evolution chain a lot. It makes sense.
I actually think he's an S tier.
You throw him up in the S? I was looking at our A tier and I thought, you know, he could be above all of them.
I think he is, man. Like I think especially for like new gen starters, man, like he takes the cake for me as like the coolest fucking for sure. Like he's sick. He's really good. Like he's definitely better than like Squirtle and Oshawott and Piplup and probably even Totodile.
Boom.
And probably even Mudkip maybe, but like because he's dark. He's pretty sure.
Yeah, he's got to be split when he gets up there.
Yeah, he's a cool mom.
He's cool, and like he made it into Smash, and he's not this fucking cat, so that's cool.
I don't think I've ever played X and Y without picking Froakie.
I think I actually did run Chestnut once or whatever it is. I think you just have to run fucking Froakie.
I think
Chestpin, there you go, whatever it is.
Chestpin, he's kind of a D tier for
me. I'd give him a D, and I would have to put Litten. I'd probably say lower, honestly. I'd put Litten in like F or D, I guess. I want to put Chestpin above Litten.
Litten's the next gen.
Yeah, true.
I don't agree with you though.
You want?
I don't think Litten is a F tier.
Yeah, I'm just not about him. Is he? He's fighting, obviously, right?
No, I think Incineroar's
is it dark?
The one that's part dark. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, man, I think he's cooler than Pignite. 100%. I think Incineroar is cooler than Pignite.
That's a good point.
I was gonna say he's like a C tier probably for me. I think he's probably as cool as Cyndaquil in my opinion.
I could give him just from the cooler than Pignite. I'd give him that.
Yeah, like he's so much further ahead than Fennekin for me.
Because I guess I don't have like too much to say about that other than that. So I guess I could put him up there. Like comfortably.
I mean, he was the only one I really wanted to play in Sun and Moon. Like he was the only one I thought was like pretty cool. And
I honestly thought this owl homie was cool. He's like grassed ghost, and I thought that was a pretty cool typing. Decidueye or whatever.
He's pretty cool, yeah.
I think he's an untraditional starter Pokemon, truthfully.
Yeah.
Like in every way, design, typing. Like I think he's just a weird starter Pokemon, but I like him.
I don't know. I don't think he's cooler than the cat. Like I don't think he is as cool as Snivy or Blaziken.
No, I don't think so either.
Like I think he could be a C tier.
Yeah, I think that's where he has to lay.
I think he's cooler than Chestnut. So I think he's in between those. Yeah.
I think that's where he may have to lie.
Yeah.
I'll put him in the back of C tier there.
Primarina.
It's fairy water once it becomes
I
later.
Think it like suffers from some of the shitty early designs. Even its second evolution is kind of
no good. Yeah, I really have not much to say about this one.
Primarina is pretty good and pretty cool. I think like the third evolution.
Yeah, I don't really know where I would personally put this.
Like, I think I would kind of put it in like B tier, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like,
Above the
pretty cool
Cyndaquil.
design. Basically like a cooler Oshawott, you know?
Yeah. Score Bunny. I hear he's good.
Score Bunny's pretty good. I mean, obviously, these 3 are the most viable right now because they just came out. Right? So Score Bunny, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I think.
What do you think of Score Bunny's evolution chain design, typing?
I think it's pretty like meh.
He plays soccer. That's the whole thing, right?
Bunny, yeah. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know, man. And I don't
know where I put him because I think it's a bias as we get farther away from our childhood here.
I think he's like maybe beside Cyndaquil on like the C tier.
I could put him in C tier.
I think one thing about the Sword and Shield starters is that like so many Pokemon are viable and like so many starters are available that like you don't have to run the starters at all. And I didn't. At some point, I literally replaced my starter Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I like could catch all the Mons I wanted, and I just got a whole team of like sick Mons, and I was like, I don't really have room for my starter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
I guess kind of where I'm at, I really like can't like for all 3 of them. Like I really can't see myself putting them too high. They don't make me. None of them make me feel anything.
I don't even think they really match up like design wise. Overall,
I honestly would probably put them all in the same category. I think a D is, I think where they may be, because I don't know about F. I think F might be harsh.
I think they might be like low C, to be honest. I think Rillaboom is cooler than Chespin. I think the bunny is cooler than Pignite. The water one. This is the one that I picked. I liked running my little.
I actually do like him too. Like, you know what I mean? He's cute.
Weird fucking design.
I'm staring at Prinplup, and I'm like, man, I like my emo frog better. Like, he's so cute.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny how that conclusion came. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna put him way at the back there, but I think I'm gonna put the frog. Like, I'm gonna do it in this order, like this. The bunny, I'll do the water, and then grass and fire, because I don't know.
That's pretty good. That's like a pretty normal distribution, actually.
I think it's interesting where they are as per generation.
I mean, I think we did all right, to be honest.
Like, I don't.
It's kind of skewed because like all the first gen is in tier A, but like to be honest, I don't think I would put them below anything else that we have here. So,
but I'm pretty comfortable with this list. I think it's funny seeing fucking Chikorita and I don't even know that Fennekin or whatever at like the very bottom, and just seeing everything in the middle in between him and Mudkip. It's just like a funny comparison. And to be completely honest, I knew Mudkip would be the god.